This is what happened this week in Africa. Tunisia made two moves this week. Afreximbank extended a $500 million facility to the central bank for fuel, food and fertilizer imports, covering a country that runs on 95% imported natural gas. At the same time, the 120-megawatt Sidi Bouzid II solar plant broke ground. 96 million euros from the EBRD and EIB. 276 gigawatt hours of clean power annually starting from 2027. Mauritania signed with the OPEC fund in Vienna this week a $180 million country partnership framework for 2026 to 2029, plus a $15 million social protection loan, $195 million in total. The funding targets climate-resilient infrastructure, food security and rural value chains. The Sahel meets the Atlantic here. The OPEC fund sees leverage. Mauritania secured 4 years of proof. Togo is one of 7 African markets where Spiro's electrical motorcycles are already on the road. And this week, Africa's largest e-mobility platform closed a $270 million round. A fresh $55 million from Chinese fund New Trails Capital brings the total raised since 2022 to $550 million. 100,000 EVs deployed, 2,500 battery swap stations across 7 countries, a discharged battery replaced in minutes, manufacturing localization in DRC, Ethiopia, expansion on next, $550 million in, no longer a pilot. Zambia's energy hit a record this week. The Energy Regulations Board Digital Hub disclosed June alone produced 4.5 billion Zambian kwacha in licenses, part of an 18 billion Zambian kwacha first half total, roughly $720 million. Zambia targets 3 million metric tons of copper annually by the early 2030s. Cobalt's $2.3 billion Mingomba mine broke ground in April. Power has to match the mines. Zambia is building both. Zimbabwe is Africa's largest lithium producer, and this week the country put that position to work. At the World Economic Forum in Dalian on June 25, Finance Minister Mthuli Ncube announced that Harare is exploring resource-backed financing with China Railways for roads and rail. Future mineral revenues pledged against infrastructure loans. The African Development Bank estimates Zimbabwe needs $34 billion to modernize its transport and logistics networks. Zimbabwe has the mineral assets to ask. The discussions have started. This has been This Week in Africa, where Tunisia secured imports and broke ground on solar. Mauritania locked in $195 million from the OPEC fund. Togo has landed $270 million e-mobility record. Zambia hit $720 million in energy approvals. Zimbabwe put its lithium to work, unlocking $34 billion in infrastructure. The continent is not waiting.